So for Valentine's Day, my girlfriend was nice enough to buy me these wheel dollies because the shop is a little bit small, and so we're going to try and push around the cars rather than pulling them in, because pulling them in is honestly a little bit of a struggle. So we got these 4 wheel dollies from Harbor Freight, which I think are about 90 bucks each compared to the Go Jacks, which these are like replicas of, and the Go Jacks are I think about 200 or 250 a piece. And seeing that there is a big price difference between the authentic piece versus like these ones, we'll see if they actually work. So let's unbox them. That was good, huh? Is that good? Okay, this doesn't work. All the boxes come with instructions, but obviously we're professionals, so we don't need these. There's 4 holes, there's 4 wheels. Put the wheels in the holes. Get it in the hole. This is a cookie! Here they are, unboxed and assembled. It's pretty easy, just bolt on the 4 caster wheels. Other than that, it's actually just a pretty simple mechanism that activates the jack. Basically, when this is in the down position, you can extend and move in, you know, the jack. And then when you push this up like that, this little claw goes down, activates, and you can actually start grabbing the teeth. And then you start closing in right here, and this obviously moves your wheel up, and then that lifts your car up, and now you can start moving it around. Pretty neat. But now comes the test. We actually got to try it out on the car and see how it works. Right off the bat, they seem to slide pretty easy, which is good. We're gonna close them in right here. And the cool thing about testing on this car is it runs a ton of camber up front, so it's actually gonna be a pretty good test to see if it does work on cars that are running quite a bit of camber. That's pretty much it, and we'll just get to jacking her up. Yeah, that's definitely in there. And it's the same process for all the other corners, so we'll just get to it. Whoa! Hit the bumper. Now that all 4 corners are off the ground, we'll see if it actually will start moving with us pushing on it. Because I know that the previous versions of these from Harbor Freight, I guess they didn't have bearings in them. And so as soon as you put the weight of the car on them, the little jacks wouldn't move anywhere, and it's basically just a waste of money. So let's see if we can move it forward. Oh, dude! You did it?
You have to push it hard. Like I thought it was gonna break this.
Yeah, but still, you're like a little 116 pound, if that, sure. Oh, this is easy. This is buttery.
What is it?
Look. Oh, I can do this with like one hand. Dude, this thing is so sick.
Pushy, pushy.
Oh, this is.
Oh my god, wait, when do we stop?
We'll try and line it up with the marks where we originally had it, and we'll see if it's actually pretty easy to maneuver and get it into a position that you would want it in. Because this seems a little, I don't know if it's going to be able to go there. Oh, okay, see the wheels are definitely the place to grab. Yeah, you get way more control that way. Yeah. So I think that's...
literally just like made it go like that.
Oh yeah, that's basically where we have it. As long as you grab onto the wheels, it seems pretty easy to get it moved precisely where you want it at. Now we'll try pushing it over into a new area, which is like all new territory. Oh, that's actually really sick. Can you push that wheel? I push this wheel? Like we'll kind of push that wheel?
It's hard to spin like the wheels, like what is it, like cast?
Yeah.
It's hard to get them behind.
Right? Yeah, probably the only downside to this is when you do want to change very tight directions, I guess. I think it's just has to do with them being caster wheels, is the fact that when you go in a certain direction and then you want to turn it back in like kind of the opposite direction or a different direction, it takes a little bit more force to get it there. So sometimes it's a little bit of a pain, but I think that's what's to expect with having casters. See, and this is why these jacks are super useful, because otherwise there'd really be no way for us to, you know, go here that easily. It would take a ton of moving back and forth in order to get it into this position where we just pushed it by hand and got it there no problem. And to lower it, all we're gonna do is just flip this down. Then we would just kick this pedal. Oh yeah, now it's working in reverse. That's actually really fun. I'm going to spread it, take it out. I mean, simple as that. Also, one of the limitations apparently is that it only takes a 10-inch wide tire. Now this is a 215 on a 17 by 9 tire, which is the same wheel and tire I just had on the car jacking it up. As you can tell, like, if you were running a super wide setup, it would start causing issues because then the tire would start rubbing over here on this metal part and you wouldn't be able to jack it up. You could maybe give it a go, but it seems like that's basically the limiting factor. Also really quick for storage, I guess, rather than having the pedal all the way up here, they all come with little hooks, and then that just holds the pedal down, keeps it out of the way. Overall, these things are great, especially for the money that you're paying for them, like the $90 or whatever they are. Really good to have in a shop where you have a lot of non-running cars or cars stacked up really close to each other, and you can just position it, not a problem. Definitely do recommend these. And I mean, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, be sure to check out other videos on my channel, as well as subscribe and possibly support us on Patreon. Also, be sure to check out offbeatgarage.com, where we not only sell merchandise, but also aftermarket parts for cars. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.